Is the journey not the destination? Or in other words, failing forward. This was the name of the game today. I had a plan. I have the same plan today. Yesterday I failed at it. The plan was that in the advanced quests there is use 5 silver keys in the Doom Tower. And sure enough, I unlocked Doom Tower for the first time ever. I've never ever seen this game mode. In fact, I'm afraid of heights, so you can imagine what will happen up here. And the issue is that I completed the first one semi-manually. Near the end of the second turn, I usually take over so that the more powerful skills of the champions are not used before the new turn starts, when there are just 2 opponents. That's what I did. And then I went to number 2, and I couldn't beat number 2, and whatever I did. This was in the morning. So then came a day of training, and after the day of training, I climbed up to number 4. Yeah, being a noob at Doom Tower, this is the thing. Now, the thing is that the opponents are like mostly blue and green. And red beats blue. So I experimented with a lot of things, including bringing in this champion because red beats blue. And that's what I'm gonna do, by the way, as well. And then I experimented with other ones, more exotic formations, but it didn't really work out. And now we're at it again, manually. So that's what I'm gonna do. And by the way, due to the failure, I didn't get 100 something energy, 110 energy. That was bad. But I got a lot stronger account and I made progress elsewhere, and you'll see this progress quite soon. That's why we're here. Oh, I'll do manual. No, I have to do it auto. Sorry about that. Anyway, we'll see the new strength of the account, because this is a new day. I don't have illusions. It's unlikely that I'm gonna beat it on auto, let alone manual. As long as there are 4 opponents, I don't really mind. Good news is that we can get revivals as well, so I study as well how the AI is doing. Even at 2x speed, I pay attention. It's just ignoring when to use this skill exactly. This is the second most important skill, the other skill as well. And you see that we're doing quite okay, but we're gonna get burned like crazy. Last time I got burned like really badly, and the second turn was bad. And that's where we're gonna end. Unless some crazy luck goes our way, but it's very unlikely. That's unfortunate. We just have Kale now. Kale will get to the 3rd level and will die here. Including burning, including everything else. So that's where I am at the moment. We could potentially do something about it in manual with better champion selection and so on. But the byproduct of this is that I got a lot stronger team, and what better place to test this out than the dungeons, because we have to complete some dragon quest. And I've already done level 9 where I brought down the time from 1 minute 10 to 49 seconds. Let's see stage 10 on auto. This is the team that I just used, and we're gonna do this. Because we're hunting for artifacts, this is our mission, so I'm not just randomly selecting dragon. And by the way, there is a dragon tournament as well. So we're not doing that badly. At all. I have some energy to spend anyway. And I will have another portion of energy to spend. So we're not doing that badly. But the dragon is still coming. It's just most of my team is blue and most of my opponents are red, so it's about the first and the second wave that is really bad. But you see that we're gonna get max energy by the time we get to the dragon. And it was 1:48. I still have a minute to beat the old time. too bad there is no 4x or 8x speed. I would love to have 4x or 8x. With revival and everything else, it's gonna get somewhat faster, I hope. But even if it's not that much faster, at least we survive. And survival is key. Half the health meter of the dragon is off. And this makes me think that we could try out the next level as well. Even if we don't beat the 148 time, the next level is supposed to be beatable. And we're looking for a 5-star artifacts plus. I hope to get lucky in that. Because I took care of artifacts, I took care of charms, many other things as well offline. So health-wise we're doing really well, and it's not even a question whether I win or not. 203, okay, I didn't beat that. But I got the 5-star artifact, this is great. So we're gonna get to the next level and we're trying it out even at the expense of burning energy. After all, this is video footage that is worth doing. Yeah, as soon as the opponents are green, things are a lot easier. It's the redness that was so problematic. Let me know how much you like the amplified sound this time. I was watching other videos in the meantime, and I was watching mine as well. And it's not the technology that's problematic, it's rather the audio. Because I could tweak a bit on the microphone, but I think it was rather the amplification, because on Camtasia it's easy. On OBS it's a bit more difficult because everything is live. The only issue with OBS is this audio recording. The only issue with Camtasia though is the size of the files. It's mind-blowing. I can get 100 gigabytes within a week, and then it has to be post-processed, converted. When would I have time to produce that much content? Never. And you see that this level is going quite well. In fact, it could be faster than the previous one. Not the 148, but the 209. I could easily beat that. And by the way, that 148 must have been a lucky end result of another team, not this one. But health-wise, it's a way to go. So we're getting more points in the championship straight away. Thanks for the Nana artifact. Let's go to the next one. Well, actually we cannot go to the next one yet. So you see, this is progress. This is already some points in the bag. Because my team got stronger. This is proof that I couldn't beat the previous one. Now I can easily beat this one. I stopped purchasing these mystery shards, they are not useful anymore. The reason is that I will only use level 1 and level 2 champions as food, and these mystery shards as extra points in the summon rush. And there are better ways of doing this. Most of my points came from blue and sacred shard and one void shard. I got the sacred shard by completing campaign hard. Or is it brutal? No, campaign brutal. Yeah, hard. It was completed a week ago. So campaign brutal. And I could make more progress in Nightmare. It's just I don't have the time or energy to do this. I have better things to do right now. Because eventually every completion ends with a failure, and I don't want to fail with just spending energy. Let's see the results. Right now we failed forward to 30th place. with the update that I could refresh. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, it's still the old one. I would not expect this to be refreshed that quickly. Although I'm doing my best. It's still not refreshed, doesn't matter. We're gonna get some more points. Now it's still most likely gonna be 30th place. We defeated one dragon, that's it. And it's the same NASCAR analogy that it's a tight field, or Tour de France, you know. It's a tight field and we're in the pack. But I'm happy to be in the middle of the pack than somewhere around like 800, 700 points. Because it was, initially we started around like 50 something or 40 something, and then we slowly climbed up to 30. Once I was like 28th, that was the absolute top. So as far as I can see, top 10 is still somewhat within reach, although it's not likely that it's gonna be within reach. And the account is strong enough. Now, let's see the different areas. And in the meantime, I'm gonna check if there is an arena battle. Yeah, of course there is. So let me quickly show you what I do. 1, 2, so that the refreshes are synchronized. I'll go through them. There is one I can beat. And now I'm going for 12 points as well. I don't have to go for 18 points all the time. So here I'm gonna fail one of them. So I'll fail the second one. And strongest team goes up, weakest team goes out. Down, I'll fail the second one, fine. Oh, he's standing a chance. Maybe I'll fail both of them. No, actually it was tougher than expected. But I can imagine that because it's a 20k power hero. Power is not everything, but it gives you a signal that something is happening in there. This is the weakest team. For some reason this champion just didn't want to give up. What is this Skeletor thing? I heard about it. So I don't know much about Skeletor at all. But I hope he's not gonna be strong. I heard that he deals damage or something. And I also heard that people were disappointed. And I love that it's green because Alice is gonna defeat Skeletor, as odd as it sounds. Good. So we got the points in the bag. We need to do this 20 times, I think, a day. So 14 more. Arena. I've done the 5 mandatory battles. And I'm oscillating in points, so sometimes I win too often when some weaker teams get there. So that was the arena. Before that, we were talking about this one, show leaderboards. So number 30, yes, but I think that I'm not logged in. So unfortunately, I'll have to go and log in a way this way. There you go. So oops, I will have to log in a way that it's off screen. But unfortunately, the login button, it's not accessible, you know. Accessibility wise, if you need advice, let me know. So I know some things about accessibility. I've made quite a few websites accessible. At least AA standard. if you know what I mean. So the website itself is quite far from it. If you check out, for example, ecoweb.com or many others, you will see there are gonna be some tools as well, online checkers and so on. Well, the login button was hidden, that was the problem. But now I could log in, so I can get back to the free-to-play challenge. Because now my buttons are active, show my progress. There you go. That's still a bug that the show my progress also toggles show community. I mean, you see this thing here. This is actually a span. The before element is the circle that looks like a checkbox, and there must be some JavaScript inside toggling this checkbox that is actually hidden. So the checkbox is there, you see it's just toggled, and some JavaScript is synchronizing this one and this one. I think what's happening is that come on, go back, is that there is this id equals tracker toggle, and this one, or id equals span class, this is personal toggle. We'll need to see either the event listeners or the JavaScript source, if it's visible at all. To me, it's not gonna be visible. I'm not gonna explore the website itself like live. We're gonna talk about Raid Shadow Legends, but something toggles this show community and it shouldn't. That's a bug. Now, getting back to this, my champion is dropping back. It was like 35th and now it's 37th. Great Hall is still 4th because now I'm taking care of my new champion that is also red. Faction Wars still 6th, and I haven't even started today's Faction Wars. Actually, I have started today's Faction Wars, but not in the way how you would think. Because today's Faction Wars are like... it's there somewhere. Let's see. What I've done already is I've started training dwarves. And this means the chances are that my dwarves, even without artifacts, are gonna survive at least the first one. At least for 2-star. I'm just interested in how this is working. You see they are already almost max level, and mind you, they don't even have artifacts assembled yet. So with artifacts it's gonna be easy 2-star, and that's what I want. Now it's a bit borderline because they are not healing, and it seems like it's important to run this at least once, so that you see where the bottlenecks are and what these champions are capable of. And chances are that we need 5 of these dwarfs at level 30. Even then the opponents are gonna gang up on one of them, the weakest one. So that's a 1-star strategy. But if we want all of them to survive, unfortunately they don't have area attack, they don't have anything useful. They just have a pickaxe or something, or a hammer, and every problem tends to look like a nail, so they bash the head of the opponent like a nail. That's what's happening. So far there are some buffs that we're getting, and the AI intelligently attacks the green one because I have 2 blue, if I'm not, yeah, 2 blue and 1 red, so that's why. But the green one survived, and as soon as this happens, I don't think that the middle champion is gonna survive, because they're gonna gang up on him, all of them. And unless there is a revival, which is kind of unlikely, I'm gonna get my 1-star result. But this is promising because as soon as I give them some usable artifacts, usable doesn't mean that it's the best one, it's just usable, and they're gonna keep the artifacts, then I have a team that can make some progress. And these are my strongest units, like 3-star dwarves. So you see, absolute worst case, I get the resources. So I go in the sauna or something, and I leave my phone on autopilot. Because there is no sweep option. Why? I have no idea. Actually, I do, but it's negligence combined with greed. So this means that we're on a good track. Now with orcs, we're not on a good track. We've made good enough progress before, and we have one unit, but in order to make more progress, these would need to survive. I have quite a few different orcs. Now this won't play, and I have 2 of these. I'll have to figure out what to do with them. I know this is a good one, and these champions may be able to challenge a boss if they are trained. So my strategy is, I won't do the faction wars now, I will do it during the day. And my strategy is that I'm training these units in the worst possible spot that you can think of. And that worst possible spot is due to this Cupid challenge. Win 4-star or higher gauntlets with HP as the primary stat from clearing stage 4 of Carlock Castle on hard or higher. This is the worst challenge I've seen. This is my sewers, basically. I can do it on Nightmare even, but with training I do it on hard. No, not hard, brutal. I'm doing it on brutal. So I'll show you what I usually do. So battle. Here is the training crew. The dwarves are getting trained. And then let's get started. And in the meantime I usually do something else, because I couldn't care less about watching this. Once again, a sweep option, please do something, or an 8x option, 6x option, something. My computer is good enough. Most people's phones are good enough. But please save the phone battery. That's also important feedback, even more important than accessibility actually. That if you keep on animating all these stupid battles, if you go in a sauna, for example, my sauna session is like 15 minutes, okay? And I leave the phone on autopilot. Leave the phone and it's animating all these things and it's a guaranteed victory all the time. Why do we need to do this? Why do we need to burn resources for no reason? Think about that. And that's what I do. And once the dwarves are done, I'll give them some artifacts, go to the faction wars, they'll collect a few stars and some resources. Done. Then I'll train the orcs. I need to train at least 2 more orcs. I'll research which ones are the best. And then those orcs are gonna make some progress. Good. So that's the idea. And unfortunately with these challenges, I'm still not too far ahead. I just need chest plate and boosts, and so that it's gonna be even harder. I've already spent almost 200 energy on this. Not sure if it's worth completing at all. Let me know in the chat. It gives me energy, but I know it's a luck fest, because I was reverse engineering the probabilities. Here, number 4. So this is where we are. On brutal, you get HP percent as 8%. Yeah, HP percent 8%. 4, 6, 8. That's fine. But whether it drops a 4-star or a 5-star, so we have 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. The drop rates, the percent is not how many percent it drops. It's just what the stat is gonna be. So I don't know the exact drop rate. What I know that in hard, we get this 2, 3, 4. So my chances are maybe even lower to get it. And the normal, it's not even possible to try it. I would love to see probabilities in here, but I'm not seeing that. So there must be some drop rate somewhere. But those drop rates may be really, really, really low. I mean, I understand that probability can be a really problematic situation. If you're interested in like fooled by randomness, there is this confidence interval calculator. Sample size. I said I burned about 200 energy, right? So this means that I made 25. The average has been 0. Sample mean, average is 0. And the standard deviation. So standard deviation formula, that's also important. Let's see. We'll need to see some percentages, right? So there is variance and standard deviation is a square root of it. And variance has been, we can do this with just one. So this is like this with discrete random variables. There are many possibilities. And there is the expected value, and with respect to the expected value, what's the variance, like let's say 8%, 0.08, let's say 8%, and the standard deviation should be the square root of it. So let's see. Maybe I would need to get to know the calculator a bit better. So sample size has been low, like the 25. And the variance is quite high because we have like an 8% probability in total. And we want to go up to 0.08, let's say. I'm not sure. Confidence level 70, let's do 1 sigma calculate. And with 70% probability, the interval is somewhere between 0 and 1.6% with this. But once again, the calculation was wrong, almost likely because I have no idea how to put in the proper standard deviation. So I know that I would need to calculate variance with respect to the that is not a known data because I don't know the drop percentage. But anyway, that's a difficult thing. That's a difficult thing to farm. Once again, like 200 energy drained, and I cannot rule out the possibility that there is some throttling going on. Throttling so that I don't complete the mission that quickly. It's possible that the accounts are usually slowed down when they make too much progress. But there is a counter argument that some people have already cleared the middle one. It will take time until I clear these missions. Anyway, I'm farming this because of that reason. So now you know. So getting back to Faction Wars, this is what's happening, so I can expect to score quite well in Faction Wars. 6 out of 56. And then my secondary objective is to complete the mission, so go ahead with the dragon. And my tertiary objective is the 6-starring. Because this is just a challenge for energy, as odd as it sounds. I'm burning more energy with it. Maybe it should just be ignored. The dungeon mission needs to be pushed so that I can make progress and get the arbiter one day. So that's all. That's where the account is right now. I'm quite pleased with the progress, actually. I can even get some more energy. Let's claim this energy in the meantime. Because claiming this energy implies that we can do some battling and first in the arena. because another 15 minutes have passed. Okay, there have been better fights. And there have been better fights here too. So we can do the dragon, because we need to... We have a dragon tournament going on. First time ever I'm doing this level 12. It's a void opponent. It looks difficult, but let's try it. Maybe it's just burning energy. And I'll do it on auto first, so see what's going on. The first ever auto battle is interesting, but this is like a really like grind intensive game. Okay, second level, and now the dragon. Looks like we have a good team. If we beat the void dragon, the next one should be easier. This is usually the top of the difficulty. It didn't even hurt. Now it takes time. So much time. But the team got stronger because of all my failures. So we're failing forward. Has anyone gotten injured or something? Because yeah, the Toragi has been the weakest. I've burned like at least 100 energy because of Toragi throughout the week. In campaign. Because I wanted to go for 3-star. And I thought, okay, 2 units are better than 1. Next time I start this again, I won't work with Toragi. So it seems like we're beating this. Let's go to the next one. Why not? That's new information. Are dealing enough damage, it seems. Except for I'll replace Toragi. I'll work on his artifacts, I'll do something. Maybe it's not Toragi that's the problem. Maybe it's my build. And the Toragi is 5-star already. It seems like the opponents are like too strong now. So when it's this problematic on the second level, yeah, we just have 3 units left. See how much damage they deal, despite my efforts with all the area damage and everything. Then we won't stand a chance against the dragon. So this was a no reward attempt, burned energy. But it was interesting to know. That's what happens when the poker players say I race for information. It's a stupid thing, I know. I should let go of this, like moving forward a bit too much, but you saw that I had no signs, like absolutely no signs of what was coming. Because originally I thought it would be a walk in the park. Because we were not getting any damage. And that was it. I got some silver in exchange for 14 energy. I mean, it's basically burning energy. And yes, I will upgrade artifacts at the right time. So that was the dragon. Dragon tournament. We reached our ceiling. And the account continues. Let's finish with the event. So Dungeon Divers is another one. Now I'm quite close to getting yet another like 25 fragments of Sabita. I won't be able to do much. This 3100 is interesting though, but there is not much time to reach it. So I don't think it's the right time. Summon Rush was going well because I reached what I wanted to reach and I didn't want to reach these. That's why I'm not gonna collect Sabita. And regarding the tournaments are funny. There is a Dragon one that we've just played. 53 points, didn't even get the 100. It wouldn't be bad to push Dragon straight away. It requires some energy though. Classic Arena. Are we winning? Yeah, I think it's gonna be in the bag, like the top positions. One of the top positions. Because I keep on doing Arena. Champion training. Ending soon. It's a bit more difficult one. 8th. And I don't have much champion training right now. I cleared all the rewards already. So this is the account. Tomorrow is gonna be another day.